Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant! Kobe, guys, come on! Ladies and gentlemen, Kobe Bryant! Kobe, of course, a frequent Manila visitor. Kobe, welcome back to Manila. Great to see you back here. Over here, please. If you'd like your mic set up.
Bobby, wait for us!
Well, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for the warm welcome. It's always good to come back to Manila. Always had a good time here. It feels like home away from home. To be able to actually be here with Lenovo, both of us, we share the same confidence in terms of trying to inspire the youth, trying to inspire them to do things that are great and accomplishing their dreams and their goals. And in the process of doing that, bringing along a support group with them. We believe it's a domino effect. You inspire one, and then in turn that person inspires the next, and onward you go. So it's very special for me to be here, to see this turn out. Thank you so much.
First question is from David Ongchoko from the Inquirer, and he says, can you rank this in order of your importance as far as you're concerned for your career? Not that we want you to retire, but the questions are, okay, rank these three in order of importance. Winning a 6th ring, breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record, or getting a record 12th NBA, All-NBA First Team accolade. Rank those three in order of importance.
I would say getting the 6th championship is number 1. Then I would say getting the 6th championship is number 2. And getting the 6th championship is number 3.
Very well said. We got another question here from Rappler. Natasha's asking, what will be the major difference this year compared to last in terms of your team's style of play and chemistry?
Well, I think first of all, we'll be healthy. God willing, we'll be healthy. And that's a big difference from, the big hindrance for us last year was health. And then I think the chemistry. I think we put some players together that fit very well together. The style of play fits very well together. And hopefully it'll translate into more wins.
Thank you very much for that answer. We got another question here. You've been here in Manila for so many times. Is there anything particular that you like about the Philippines?
Well, the passion. I think that the passion that we have for the game of basketball is the thing that drives me the most. And the thing that I enjoy the most being around every time I come out here. There's so much passion for the game of basketball. I love being around that energy.
This is an interesting question. What is your favorite Lenovo phone and why?
Oh, it's the K900. The K900. And I can do so many things with the K900. The quad band is sensational. The video, the camera system is incredible. And since I moved on to social media, I've become more and more adept at taking pictures. So the K900 is my favorite.
A lot of people are wondering why it took you so long to finally get on the social bandwagon, so to speak. What pushed you to it?
Well, you get used to doing things a certain way, and it takes a while to change. And then it's kind of, look at it one day and say, what, I might as well just go ahead and give it a shot. But one thing I said though is if I do decide to do it, the most important thing about social media is transparency. So you can't shy away from addressing tough issues. You can't shy away from being vulnerable. You have to allow the people to see exactly what's going on inside your head and inside your life.
So would you say that you've actually gotten the butt as far as being on social media then?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty neat. I mean, it's just go up there and say what you feel. Some people like it, some people don't, but that's social media.
We got another question here. What's the biggest lesson you've learned since your injury, of course? What have you discovered about yourself, and have you ever doubted yourself since the injury? And if so, how do you handle it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing that you learn. I think it's you constantly learn. So, as a kid, you have a dream, you want something, you want to accomplish something, then you have a setback. You have to learn how to get through that. You know, and then as you get older, you continue to have setbacks. You continue to try to figure out how to get through it. It's the same thing with me. You know, I've been fortunate enough to win 5 championships, and all of a sudden this injury happens, and you're in a position again where you find yourself doubting. And that's when you have to look into it. That's when you have to figure things out. You have to push through. And that's what I've done.
So far, how's the rehab coming along? Obviously, a lot of your fans want to make sure that you're on track as far as your return is concerned.
Well, I'm not only on track. I'm really ahead of schedule. My strength is pretty remarkable in terms of where it is right now. So I'm doing very well.
What would you say you would attribute that to?
Well, speedy surgery. We went in and had surgery the next day. Then we have great therapy staff, and Judy Cito and somewhere around here. Basically just travels with me everywhere I go this summer. And strength and conditioning coach as well, Tim Francisco, somewhere around here. And I've just been training non-stop all summer long. So I think a combination of those 3 things has helped.
You know, obviously a lot of people didn't doubt you as far as your coming back is concerned. What did you think about all those doubters that said, well, he's not going to be able to come back from that particular injury?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, you know, to me it means that if somebody is doubting the fact that I can come back from this injury, that means that they had the same injury, my same situation, they'd quit because they didn't think that they'd be able to come back from it. That's what that says to me. So when I hear that, I see signs of weakness. So by me coming back and being stronger than I was before, hopefully will help the doubters see that you can actually accomplish things that you don't think you can accomplish.
We got another question here. What legacy do you want to be able to leave behind when you're done playing?
I think it's a legacy of being a person who maximizes his potential, maximizes talent. In fact, that can be said about everyone now.
Another question here from the Inquirer once again. Jasmine Payo is saying, well, the Philippines finally made it to the FIBA World Championship. They qualified in the top 3. I'm not quite sure if you heard about that, but what advice would you give to the national team now? Because you're obviously going to be competing at a different level in the World Championship.
Well, you just continue to play together. It's not the strength of the individual in team sports. It's how well those individuals play together as a team. And so it's continuing to work together, constant communication. And I think when that happens, you have something, you can accomplish something truly special. But you have to be able to do it as a team.
And more important than anything else is the teamwork?
More important than anything else is the team. Because a team can always hide whatever weaknesses the individual has. But if the team doesn't know which your weaknesses are because you're not communicating them, then they have no way to support you.
Very well said, Kobe. Got a question here. It says, what do you like in a smartphone, and was it an easy decision for you hooking up with Lenovo?
Yeah, it's an easy decision for me. You know, I like innovative. I like innovative things. I like things that innovate. I like things that challenge boundaries. And so hooking up with Lenovo made complete sense because, like I said, we both share the same philosophy.
Okay, we got another question here. This is from Jonathan Castillo. And the question is, can you tell us more about the other side of Kobe Bryant? I guess they want to know a little bit more about the person. How were you at home? Any particular hobbies that you'd like to be able to do? Obviously, because they're so used to seeing you in the hard court.
Yeah. Well, I love to swim. I love going to movies. Actually, I wouldn't mind skydiving, but I'll keep that on hold. I'll keep that on hold until I decide to retire. Yeah, well, yeah, 6, 7, whatever. When I decide to hang them up, then I'll try to skydive and thing, and I'll make sure I have my Lenovo so I can record every falling moment.
That's something people are going to be looking forward to, but of course, you're not looking forward to that in the next couple of years.
No.
Okay, another question. What drives you to keep going and maintain your hunger for excellence and success? Because you've been doing it for quite a while, but you just keep going.
No, I mean, it's the curiosity. It's the curiosity of how to improve and how to get better. So I don't look at it as this is what I've accomplished. I look at it as how can I get better? How can I improve in the game of basketball? How can I improve my defense? How can I improve this? How can I improve that? And when you have that constant curiosity, you just find yourself getting better and better as time goes on.
You know, it's very curious because you've actually achieved so much. Is there still something out there, aside from the 6th championship that you keep mentioning, is there any other goal that you want to be able to achieve?
Well, yeah, it's putting this team together, the team that we have this year. When I show up the first day of training camp, it's okay. How do we create this cohesive unit? that can eventually win a championship. So the goal, the end goal is to win a championship, but to get there, you have to set small benchmark goals that you have to try to accomplish. And that's what my focus becomes.
This is going to be a more challenging season, especially after what transpired in the last one.
I don't know if it could get any more challenging than last year. Last year was tough. We had a lot of injuries, and it was just stress there. I think I played every minute of every game for like 6 or 7 straight games. I'm at 34, man. That ain't easy, man. And, so it was tough last year. Hopefully it won't be so tough this year.
Okay, the question here is, you played an exhibition game with the All-Stars a couple of years ago. In fact, it was just last year. How do you assess their skills together with some of the Asian powerhouses? I'm sure you've seen China play, you've seen Iran play, you've seen the Koreans play. Your assessment?
I think they do very well. I think the thing that I enjoyed playing against them was that the majority of them were versatile. In other words, they could post the ball, put the ball on the floor, they could penetrate, they could shoot. A lot of them have a lot of versatility, offensively and defensively. And that shows me that they're learning the game at an early age the right way. Not learning to be one-dimensional, but learning to do a myriad of things.
Looking at the composition of your team right now, what do you still think that you lack or you need in order to become really competitive and battle for the championship?
Well, I think we filled those voids. We've added a couple of young players and a semi-veteran, Wesley Johnson, who has a lot of length and a lot of speed. So now it's just a matter of using them the proper way and them doing the individual work to be able to help us as a team. But that was the thing that we were lacking the most, was length and speed on the perimeter.
Do you actually take stock in looking at how the other teams have actually beefed up for the coming season, or are you just concentrating on really what you guys are doing?
No, not really. I mean, winning the championship, just like running a successful business, I mean, there are common denominators no matter where you go. In basketball, it's defending, and it's rebounding. No matter, I don't care what anybody else is doing. If you're one of the top defensive teams, the top rebounding teams, you're going to have a chance of winning the championship.
Well, there's a question here. Please make sure that you stay into contact with social media with the Filipino fans in general.
Yeah. I'm around. I pop up on social media every now and then, man. I'll read you stuff and just kind of have random answer back. It's fun.
Well, we thank you for that, of course. Those questions are done. I believe you have something to give out to Mr. JD.
I do actually. I brought a gift.
You prepared something.
I did. Let's see if I can pull these up.
Okay, let's make sure, ma'am. Can you join me over, please?
Guys, over here.
Boys, so they've come over bearing gifts for Kobe Bryant. Kobe. Congratulations. This guy's name is Kobe Bryant.